Hello everyone, back with Fate Grand Order, with the Lost Boat number 4. Some story of Genesis and Terminus Yugakhestra. What, do I have to start including the date now too? Yeah, so, do you think this is an Arjuna fight? Okay, we bring AoE. If it's Arjuna, we back out. Fair? Yeah, fair. It's starting before the dialogue, so I don't think it's like an important battle. Right? Let's cross our fingers. Because they said Arjuna was coming after us. I mean, well, I feel like the first Arjuna battle would be like a 5... Well, no, we already had one of those, right? Like, you know, a force loss. I witnessed a foolish war. Is this Arjuna? A foolish war that left me with nothing but one question. Everyone understood how foolish it was. So why couldn't we stop it? That much was obvious. It was all down to everything that was bad and wrong in the world. In other words, the root cause of all this foolishness was evil. This is the sort of thing that happens when we can't rid ourselves of evil. Being defective is evil. Being unnecessary is evil. Dishonesty is evil. Lawlessness is evil. Intolerance is evil. Distrust, adultery, and disloyalty is evil. Okay, bravado, deception, obliviousness, ignorance, decadence, jealousy, stupidity, and avarice is evil. Everyone knows these things are evil. So why can't we rid ourselves of them? So I made a wish. Perhaps I felt differently in other worlds, but here in this one, I wish that there was a way we could be rid of them all. It was only after the war ended that I understood. The land stained red with my comrades' blood made it clear. The endless retribution, one cowardly act of violence begetting another, on and on made it clear. The feeling of killing a hated rival with my own hands made it clear. The world simply cannot rid itself of evil on its own. So if the world won't do it, someone else will have to. And if no one else is willing, that leaves only me. After all, the one who spilled the most blood on that land, the one most emblematic of the battlefield's evil foolishness, in other words, the most evil and foolish one of all was. Was it Arjuna? I mean, they all killed lots of people there. I wished for a just and proper world. An obvious, completely ordinary world that no one would ever think to question. A world so pure and perfect that only newborns and gods could believe in it. A righteous world where people never killed one another. Fortunately, the power I needed to destroy all evil and create that world was right there for the taking. Did he kill Krishna? Like, did he eat him? Final day? Yep. Then, final chapter. I'm calling it now. I don't know if the calendar's gonna break or if it's gonna just... They're gonna be like, huh, the Kali Yuga's over. How about that? And then, Asha's gonna jump, like, hop a little. And then, everything's gonna disappear. Yep. What was that? Vimana is firing magical energy blasts at us from afar. Evasive maneuvers. Dang it all! Oh my. Looks like he's finally taking it seriously. Whatever you do, try not to slow down, okay? Easy for you to say. Well, what else can we do? Lives are in your hands. Those hands are driving this vehicle. Come to think of it, guess the fate of the whole world is in your hands too, huh? Stop that. Under enough pressure as it is. Doesn't anyone have any good news for me? Dang it. At this point I don't really care if it's real or not. My apologies, Commander, but I'm afraid I'm only seeing another abnormality in our nearby environment. Although, did the state of the world just change? Why now of all times? This is certainly less than optimal. It appears that the entire world is starting to buckle under the strain of all these cycles. Never mind that now, Holmes. Can't you see we've got more urgent matters on that big brain of yours to focus on? Between the Kali, the Sacred Beast, and the magical energy blasts, there's just too much for me to keep track of alone. Boy, it'd sure be nice if a certain captain with nothing better to do was willing to help us out right now. I'm only here to upgrade the ship. Didn't set out to be part of the crew. Thank you, Captain. But I guess the circumstances are dire enough that I don't have a choice. This shouldn't be too different from detecting torpedoes. Really? You're a lifesaver. Okay, then you handle the cannon fire. But since we don't have any decoys to lead them away, all I can do is read the incoming projectiles' trajectories. Steersmen piloting the ship will have to handle the rest. I can still tell you when to take evasive maneuvers, of course. As for whether we survive, the gods only know. Isn't surviving a god exactly what we're trying to do here? Please, Director Groldolf, please do whatever you have to do in order to get us there. Alright, you want me to do this thing? Let's do this thing. Oh, a CG. Here comes the next one. Stay on course for the next 5 seconds and swerve. I just had Highway Blossom flashbacks. It wasn't a good time in my life. I think that's actually when I first started doing Camelot. At this point, all I can do is laugh. Do try to keep the impossible demands to a minimum, my dear Captain. Sure hope we make it out of this. At least we're almost there now. Look how nonchalant he is. Yeah, when I first saw it, I never would have thought this would be what it really was. Can I ask a silly question? Why is it shaped like that? Beats me. All I know is Ganesha's the one handling that. And because Junako is from, you know, CCC, she has the memories of CCC, so she's a Seraph hacker, so she's well familiar with it. She probably based it off the most impenetrable thing she knew about. Okay, yeah. I don't know exactly what that could be, and doubt she does either, except maybe in her subconscious. Oh, you're awfully aware. It is an impenetrable domain for the sole purpose of ignoring the outside world, an alternate world that physically embodies the very concept of shutting oneself away. Given all that, it's no wonder we were unable to get a proper read on it. Furthermore, this was made by a combination of both Ganesha and Lakshmi's magical energies that made it impossible for either of them to sense what it actually was before they knew the truth. This is only the second time we're paying it a visit, but it feels completely different now. Back then, it was nothing more than a large object whose nature and purpose were completely unknown to us. Now we know it's been waiting all this time to fulfill its purpose. Big old cube. Right, it's time to go back to God Skyborder, to the place where Ganesha and Lakshmi are waiting. Yes, but not so fast. Remember what happened the last time we were there? Yeah, okay. I predicted right! Dang it, that's right! There are tons of Kali protecting it. Slowing down now would make us sitting ducks. Full speed ahead. Now I see. Those Kali are here because of Lakshmi. Oh! Really, Lakshmi. Since she has a connection to them, they must have been lured here by the scent of her pure magical energy. And it's since become a Kali nesting ground of sorts. If we keep going like this, Kali are going to start attacking the border. Please open the side hatch, Holmes. I'll go out there and try to fend them off. Well, I guess I'd better head up to the roof then. Just make sure you don't lose your footing, got it? By the way, if you pull that hidden lever there, you'll find a porthole, so make good use of it. But hey, what happens if I press this eject button? And we all just go flying out? You still won't give me... The shadow border has to have one of those, right? Come on. Still won't give me a break? Oh, she's gonna help us out too? Thanks, Gordon Kaya. You know, I'll be ashamed when we have to, you know, kill her. I mean, that's not for 2 years, though. She's been pretty cool, though. I mean, she's helped us out. Last 2 lost votes. I don't think that pattern's going to continue, though. Wait, what is she doing, too? Did she do anything in 2? Is she even there? I think she's there messing with Ophelia. Right. Okay. I wonder what's gonna happen to Pepe. We still haven't, like, come to any resolution with him yet. Is he gonna betray us? Maybe he's gonna be the Atalanta? You know what I mean, like, actually, like, all of her followers are dead, so maybe she'll be cool with us, you know? I like how you can see it in the background, that's pretty cool. %. Defense down. Should do good damage. What is Pepe doing, by the way? I haven't been paying attention. Does he actually just not affect the gameplay at all? Or am I just blind and not reading the skill names? Really should, but it goes by really fast. Thanks, Edmund. Wait, Pepe's got to do something. Right? Anymore. Let's kill the highest HP one. Well, can we? We can try. Okay, yeah, with that. Maybe we will kill them all. Yeah, perfect. One left, though. Big one. Get some stars, I guess, and waver triple chain? Yeah, go for it, dude. Show them what you're made of. Yep. I don't want to start anything. Because anytime I start talking about something, it's cut off, you know, story segment. Just... Oh, that's Arjuna shooting us both. He has bad aim. That'll finish. Get some blazes. And he's Bond 4, that's good. I don't know if he has an interlude or not. But if he does, well... If he does, it's probably not out. Well, he's actually been out for like half a year, hasn't he? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? We would have seen the message though. So it could be Bond 5. If there is one. There may or may not be. Anyway, 0 AP. This is... Oh, is this them inside the cube? Flashback time? Yep. Lots of dots. I'm still fine. Totally fine. Like I said, I still have plenty of video games to keep me occupied here. No interruptions. Just me and my games. It's like heaven. What could be better than a place where all I have to do is just grind? Being in need is the best. I'm trying to think of a funny joke. Oh, I finally have time to 100%. Like, with some hard game to 100%. All I have to do now is keep doing exactly what I've been doing. Easiest job in the world. Can't play Dark Souls though, because look, playing Dark Souls without all the messages on the ground is just... it's lonely. So, yeah. Not worried about this at all. Why would I be? We're here. Thankfully, the blast from Vimana are sending the nearby Kali scattering. Now's our chance. Thank you, Director Goldolf. All of a sudden, my knees won't stop shaking. Hold on. Sorry, Mac. Oopsies. Looks like the adrenaline finally wore off. Guess the rest of us will just have to take it from here. But in the meantime, good job, Director Goldolf. Really saved our butts, pardon my French. Shh. Can't target the border directly now that it's hiding in that thing's shadow. But no matter. We may not know what it is they're after, but whatever it is, it clearly has something to do with the sky border. Therefore, the answer is obvious. All you need to do is focus your godly power on breaking it apart. Even with the sky border has endured all your cataclysms up to this point, a being of your ability should be able to destroy it if you're focused solely on... the sky border? What is that? Ho ho! Does this mean you couldn't see it all this time? All because it's been here from the beginning? Now what to do? Started to get a little bored. But I'm still fine. Totally fine. Can easily use my god powers to make new games or summon existing ones. Get everything I need here. Can do whatever I want. Elden Ring! I've got role-playing games, strategy games, sim games, action games, puzzle games, adventure games, shooting games, racing games, fantasy worlds, sci-fi worlds, historical games, modern-day worlds. Hey, this came out in Japan 2.5 years ago. She could play Cyberpunk 2077 in advance. But she can play the good version! Video games are the pinnacle of human civilization. You get tired of one, you can always move on to another. And this is so much fun. Love grinding. Look, get Lakshmi and play like Mario Kart with her. Love grinding and leveling up. I love looking at rare items. If I run out of things to do, there's no end of different challenge runs to try. The sense of achievement I get from beating those is this all the sweeter since I'm just doing them for their own sake. Having the time of my life here. I stopped counting the days. Wherever I go. Give Unlock should be a controller too. 3-player. I'm bored. This is a cool song. I'm a moaning machine, a complaining machine, a tantrum throwing machine, a crying machine. My mind is completely empty. I don't even want to think about what I'm thinking about. I just let my body do whatever it feels like at any given moment. Since nobody's watching, how's that any different from a broken machine, beating the same useless motion over and over? Wait, what is a machine? Crap, this isn't good. You'd end up freezing at any time. Better make sure my most important data is saved. Not that it'll matter if I end up falling apart completely. I think I'm remembering something unpleasant. I won't move. I can't move. I don't want to move. I won't do anything. I don't want to do anything. But I have to at least do what I came here for. Why isn't there anybody here? I don't want anyone to talk to me. Why won't anyone respond to me? Why? Why am I all alone? Please. Somebody. Anybody. Please. Be with me. Don't leave me alone. I don't want to be alone forever. Oh, you only got 3,000 years left. A. I wonder if there's any parallels between this scene and Karna's death scene in CCC, which I haven't actually seen. I've just read about it on the wiki. At last, I could finally relieve them of their long duty. That cube shuts out everything from the outside world. There should be one key that can unlock it. Go ahead, Master. What, a command spell? Or just touching it? Somebody, save me. Kill me. What's Lakshmi up to? No, not yet. I can still keep going. After all, my old self didn't have anything. But myself here already knows. I don't even know who I am anymore. But I do know this. Even though I'm nobody special, there's someone waiting for me. There's someone who believes in me. And besides, I promised. Question mark? Is that light? Yes, light. I can hear something coming from it. Something far away and familiar. Cube. Yes, that's it. That's the one thing I never forgot. The one thing I've been waiting for all this time. Is it Karna? A voice accepting me as I am. Come on, it's a bait and switch. It's gonna be Karna. Trust me, trust me. Yo! It's ever present feeling. Everlasting feeling? Ever present, ever present. I remember they played this once back in Let's Do Summer event. Do you think they used it here first? Yo! I love it whenever they use old Fate Stay Night tracks. Especially since a lot of them never got into the anime. They had like a new composer and hardly reused old tracks. You know, they used like, Emiya. And that might be the only one. He places his hand delicately upon the cube surface. You knew they couldn't possibly be fine with this. You knew they couldn't possibly be okay. You knew all along, the two people waiting inside here are both liars. That's why this is a kind, oh so gentle mass of lies. A wall of determination erected by the two people inside who decided to fight by lying. He takes a deep breath, readies the reunion password in his mind. Oh, he had a password. The password they agreed. Oh, right, there's a cutscene last chapter. They agreed on mere moments/eons ago. To tell them their job is finally over. Even shut-ins are allowed to see the sky. Like, just play Ever Present Feeling, you can make me tear up. It's a cheap shot, Nasu. Easy there. How many centuries, millennia has it been? I can't say. None of us have any idea how long you spent like that. But I do know your long, painful journey was a success. You should feel proud about that. You're Yama. That's right. I remember now. Forgive me. It's been so long since I took human form. Can't even seem to stand up straight. That's alright. You lean on my shoulder as long as you need. But, as I recall, the problem is that you're married. What's wrong with helping a woman who can barely stand? Sita would never have a problem with that. Besides, Lakshmi is Lakshmi's sister, which also makes you Sita's sister. Surely there can't be anything wrong with a man caring for his sister-in-law. Welcome back, Lakshmi Bai. It's good to see you again like this. This time at least. But I really need to read that book. Lakshmi's okay. But of course, her job was to be the outer shell, to use the divine core as a source of pure energy. The mental strain on her should have been relatively light, since she spent all that time as an inanimate object. What about Ganesha? She had to stay conscious the entire time to keep their combined noble phantasm domain going. What about her? She might be a god, but she's still in there alone for what must have felt like eternity. She could easily have had a mental breakdown. Or a couple. Or a few hundred. Are you okay? Yeah, I wrote it down in my notes in the save data file so I wouldn't forget. Horsey. That's right. You're Horsey. Now just use that as the key to my godly wisdom power and reload my memories and... I remember. I remember now. Oh man, what took you guys so long? I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Is your mind still intact? Mostly. Well, more or less. Trust me, if anyone can handle being in a tiny room alone for a long time, it's a top-tier NEET like me. Of course, my body's pretty much useless right now. Sorry your master's been saddled with holding me and all my excess padding up. Oh, but I knew it. Huh? She looking past us? Is there something? No. Someone there? Yeah, that's right. He's like, Karn is a force ghost watching over us. Maybe the only reason I was able to hang in there was because of what he asked me back then. After all, I couldn't break my promise, could I? Okay. What's next? Oh no. Support only. Oh no. Arjuna time. Now that Ganesha and Lakshmi's existences have been confirmed here, it's final boss time! We've proven beyond all doubt that Arjuna is not a perfect god. Because they have proven his flawed nature by enduring his massive world-undoing cataclysms, the resulting drop in his divine power must be severe indeed. Good. Look, saying it worked so dang well, I skipped being happy and went right back to unyielding rage. What's more, Arjuna's basically cursed now. So does doing that innately make him lose his power, or does it come from him realizing it? Does it send them back to the past? All that time they spent here only reinforces the concept that any god who could miss something like this for so long must be defective. I see. To put it another way, it's as though a loan someone forgot to put on the books has finally come due. And now that we've proven that loan exists, we have the right to charge an exorbitant amount in interest. This should make for a spectacular show. It's nothing more exciting than a rival company on the verge of bankruptcy. Oh, bafoo! Now we should be able to actually hurt him, huh? Well, that's not to say he's going to be an easy opponent. Just a moment. As I see it, part of my job is keeping an eye on things that Horsey's group can't. And right now, that would be you. Oh. What? Ashwataman? No! You're ending your own life here. Why? You guys make me mad now. Can't you tell, dang it? There's several reasons. First, I had to push myself way too hard to use Shiva's power to send those two back in time. Second, you're still technically Arjuna's servant. If worst comes to worst, it could end up making me hurt you guys. And finally, there's no point keeping anyone around who can't fight worth a dang, pardon my French. Of course, it makes me mad now. You got me mad now! Don't worry. The moment those two were freed, the moment this world's destiny was thrown for a loop, I'd already done what I could. Making a time loop is actually very fitting with a Mahabharata themed chapter. And by that I mean my spirit core should still be good for something. Truth be told, I was already pretty much of a shadow of myself by the time we got here. No, there's no point in saying this now, but Horsey thought he would get to fight beside you right to the end. I can tell you, he's gonna be real disappointed. Ha! Well, who knows? Maybe he'll end up summoning me himself one day. Aren't you story locked? So nope. That would be most encouraging. You're truly a dependable servant. In the future, Horsey there is bound to bear witness to any number of scenes where he'll be forced to stand back and bite his tongue, no matter how angry he may wish to get. If he could be there by his side at times like that, I think that would mean a great deal indeed. Heh, guess you really do know the only kind of role I'm cut to play. As for you, Ex-Master, you're the one who originally summoned me, so sorry I couldn't be more of a help to you. I'm supposed to be your servant, but boy did I ever fail at that. Still got every right to be angry at me. How's Pepe gonna betray us without a servant? He's still gonna betray. Come on, look at that face. I'm not angry. I know you couldn't help it. Believe me, I understand that sort of thing all too well. Maybe, if I could get angry or upset on your behalf, I'd help you feel more appreciated as a servant. But I just can't. I don't know how to live my life that way. Sorry. The way you live your life, huh? While we're on the subject, let me say this. I'll still your servant for a while, so I know this much about you. You might think you've lost your way, that you don't deserve to be thought of as a human anymore. But you're wrong. And you put your foot right through the path you were headed down. To make extra dang sure you wouldn't get lost on it. Maybe I don't have any right to say this, seeing how I snuck in and massacred all those people in the dead of night, but my comrades are all a bunch of good-for-nothings too. Especially Durgurana and the other 100 princes. But they're still good guys at heart. I mean, were they? Anyway, I think they were fine just the way they were. They might have been good for nothings, but they lived their lives the best they could. I think that's all anyone can do. Yeah, I know. It's no right or wrong when it comes to living your life. But still, when you're born on the outside looking in on the world, there's not a whole lot you can do, right? So I get it. It's one of those things that just can't be helped. It's not worth complaining about to anyone. It's not worth asserting my rights over either. I just can't help but think it's a shame that this world sometimes ends up producing outcasts like me. Man, your resignation really colors everything in your life, doesn't it? That's why you feel bad for the world's lack of tolerance instead of for yourself. That's why you're appalled by human society's failure to help people like you. But you know, it takes a big person to think like that too. I don't have any problem with it. Heck, I wouldn't have a problem without I wouldn't have a job without it. Who knows? Maybe I'll end up running into you again someday as well. I'm sure you already know this, but as a servant, I'm not good for much except for being a fiery ball of endless fury. But you still haven't learned your lesson, and end up as my master again someday. I'll make sure to make up for your lack of fire by getting good and angry on your behalf. Even if you aren't able to muster up any anger on your own about the world's injustices, got rage enough for the both of us. I think that's what I'm meant to do. Well, thank you, Ashwataman. That'll give me something to look forward to. They're not just gonna kill Peppa Roncino off, are they? Like, you know, like they did with Ophelia? Well, gotta get that off my chest. Counting on you all to take care of the rest. By the rest, I mean the guy taking my place. Pretty sure that you two already know this, but he's not exactly the most graceful guy around. There's a battle still, so I was like, is that the end? I thought the cube was gone now. Okay. I knew it. I figured I'd find you here. It really makes me mad now you've been slacking. What? What's going on? I have not been slacking off. I know that. Guessing this is the end. The place where Arjuna sends all the... It's Karna! The so-called failures he erases. Big old trash heap with no shape or form. Just different concepts floating around every which way. Figured you must still be drifting around here back when I saw you turn into Surya's light itself. Of course you know. You're the one who said that. Is there anyone more tightly wound than you? Frickin' infuriating. Alright then. Let's do this. I've only got a moment to pull it off. Even if time is basically meaningless here. Here's what's gonna happen. Use everything I've got to pull you out of here. You're gonna use everything you've got to climb the hell out. What do I have to do? It's easy. All we've got to do is be ourselves. Long as we do that, we should be able to connect. Alright. Let's do it. If there's no concept of time here, all the better. I want to keep going until I'm satisfied. If the time we experience here has no meaning, that means we can use as much of it as we like. So why not just go back as I am now if I could use this time to train and get even stronger? Oh, it's Hyperbolic Time Chamber! The heck? At any moment of existing in this space, we could be torn to shreds, and you want to train here? What the heck is wrong with you? I'm just gonna do the same thing Arjuna did. Now that I know how far he pushed himself, I have to do the same to meet him on even ground. The same thing he did? He must have put himself through tremendous hardships before he reached his current state. It's one thing to say he collected every Indian divinity into himself, but another altogether to actually do so. He may rule this land now, but he's not transcended its bonds. His current state is the answer he arrived at after countless hard decisions and tribulations. In which case, it'd be the height of rudeness to challenge him as my ordinary self. So I'll put myself through the same ordeals he did as a sign of respect and of despair. I'll only challenge him once I have pushed myself as far as I possibly can. As his brother, I owe him no less. And you are going to help me get there, Ashwataman. You're too dang good for your own good, you know that? Irritating as hell. But then, I guess that's just how you've always been, isn't it? Alright, fine. I'm the one who came to get you, so I guess I've got a responsibility to see this through to the end. If you want to do this thing, we'll keep at it until you're as good as satisfied. Come to think of it, guess not caring about this tower was something you and the guy outside got in common. Can't tell if you're a good match for each other or not. Alright. Oh, cool music. Here I come, hero of benefaction. Get ready for a world of pain. Is this Light and Darkness? Like a remix? Is it? I thought I heard that drift. I don't know what a drift means. I just want to sound cool. I don't think it is. No, it is a remix, but I think it is Light and Dark. Oh, they pull it. Oh. When HP reaches 0, recover HP and survive. Increase attack each turn. And he doesn't have anything. I don't know what his skills do. Use your Buster card effectiveness to decrease. Okay, it's Hokusai, but Buster. What's the quick do? I like this. Okay, so I think we save this for when the like we alternate. Oh, we probably should have done Buster. So it's basically just a fake fight. I'm fine with that. Probably save the invincibility for his Noble Phantasm. I think we have infinite guts, but you know, just play it safe. You never know. It is. You can see a line between the background and the floor. It's kind of weird. Okay, there's a death. He could Noble Phantasm this turn. Let's hope he doesn't. Buster Chain. I wonder if we have to kill him or just 1 HP bar or what. I don't actually know what his Val's taken as a soldier are long gone. I fall into corruption. Oh, that's cool. So I assume that's supposed to be some kind of weird recreation of him, you know, killing everyone at nighttime. Still not enough. So we are getting our Karna versus Arjuna battle. Let's do this now. This song is sick. Can we turn down Ashwatthama? Can you be quiet? I'm trying to listen to this jam. I'm gonna play it after like I'm gonna look it up on YouTube after this video. I think that's a little Light and Darkness in there. Or some Fate Stay Night song. I think it's Light and Darkness. I don't remember all their names. He's cool. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the next 4-star ticket, whatever it is. Like, I kind of want Lakshmi, I kind of want Ashwatthama, and I kind of want like other servants. Get that back now. And I think the quick one's still up, right? Yeah, it is. He's about to lose all his defense. Oh, didn't get a third. Wait, maybe the third one isn't defense down and I just skimmed over it. This is how it feels. Increase critical. Oh, okay. It's a pretty cool unit, actually. I like it when they make like unique servants like him. So he's basically built around decreasing his opponent's defense and increasing his own critical strength. That's just kind of cool. Is that not quite complete devotion? I wonder if the guts is infinite, or if you only have like probably a lot, like 10. Oh, it's a draw. Of course it is. What's the score up to? I lost count in the high thousands. Dang it. Makes me mad now how strong you are. You are impressively strong yourself. I truly think you are one of the strongest warriors I have met. Well, did you do everything you wanted? I did. And as you got nothing to worry about, there's only one thing left to say now. Goodbye, my brother. See you in the next life. Let's go fight together again. I'll even let you borrow me. Thank you. I accept with gratitude. That's what I like to hear. Now hurry up. Are they both going? Now hurry up. Thank you, my friend. Your anger may be defective and improper, but there are still some lost hopes that only it can save. What's going on? No way, is that... Ashvatthama's spirit origin was at its limit. Even if his connection to Shiva did let him interfere with time, he still had to sacrifice a lot to pull it off. So he chose to burn freely so he could leave his spirit core behind. Also, he could take advantage of the moment when Arjuna's fallibility was proven beyond all doubt. Because he believed that by doing so, a certain someone would come back, using his spirit core as an anchor. What? That's right. The possibility was always there. Would Arjuna ever absorb him and make him a part of himself? Absolutely not. Even if he did possess divinity, he's the one being Arjuna would almost certainly refuse to absorb. After all... Oh, my apologies. It seemed that the time is not yet right to speak of that. Oh, come on, Holmes. Master, look, behind you. Exclamation point! Honestly, it was really, really hard waiting for hundreds of thousands of years. But you did say we'd be sure to meet again. That's a promise in my book. I mean, after all, I knew that you of all people would never, ever lie. Haha, there he is. So we have met again. You did wonderfully, Junako Karigiri. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, does he remember now? I can tell you've grown since we last met. Your face is now as full of life as a beautiful spring flower. Oh, come on! Get it! Come on! You can't end it like that. Stupid game. I can't. That's all I can record today. I'm not doing a 2-hour chapter today. I'm definitely not ending in the middle of it. The final Dark God. Yeah. Next time. It's the... Not the finale, but it's the climax. Still got a long ways to go, though. It's... I know this... I don't remember this boss battle at all, but I remember lots of people talking about how hard it is. I think I just... I don't know, did I use Hokusai and just, you know, use a Berserker, you know, doesn't really hurt, or did I just... I don't know what I did. Maybe I just used a bunch of quartz. That might be why I'm saving right, actually. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time with some more Fake and Order. Luckily, I have my command spell at the ready. And I'll see you guys then. Bye.